Hey guys, just bringing you a quick unboxing today. It's going to be a quick one because I had to close all of my windows to take care of some of the sound outside. It's finally beautiful out, but it's noisy on my street. So it's getting a little warm in this room, and I'm not going to waste your time or suffocate myself. Today, for a wristwatch check, I'm wearing my new Glycine Airman number 1. If you only watch my videos and are not a member of any of the Facebook groups I belong to, you won't have seen this because unfortunately I accidentally deleted the unboxing video I made for it. But rest assured, I'll do a complete review of the watch before too long, and I'll include some of the sort of simple first impression kind of things as well as the actual detailed information. I've been loving this watch. It was an impulse buy after I got my refund from Joma Shop. Because I had such a great deal on it, I just couldn't resist. I thought at first I was going to flip it, but I just don't see how I can. It's such a great watch, so iconic, and the price I got it at was just incredible. But today we're here for an unboxing, or unbagging, I guess. This is actually a watch I ordered almost 2 months ago. As you can see here, it came from Serbia. I ordered this on kind of a whim. It's a vintage piece from a defunct Swiss brand that used to be very prestigious. And I got a good deal on it, so I figured why not. The seller was great. It came very quickly, but in the shipping process, coming from Serbia to New Jersey, something had happened. The watch had been jolted, and one of the hands was loose, so it wouldn't keep time properly, and if I bumped it or jostled it in any way, the hand would just move freely. Amazingly enough, I mean, the seller was great. I contacted him immediately. He said that it was working fine when it left Serbia, but it must have happened in shipping. Unfortunately, the watchmaker he's been working with, because he collects a lot of this brand as well as a few other vintage brands of watches and sells them as well. The watchmaker he was using had a 6-month warranty on the work, so he actually paid for me to ship the watch back from New Jersey to Serbia, which is not cheap, as you can imagine. Got the watch fixed, tested it for me, and then sent it back to me. And this was not something I spent a lot of money on. I think I paid around $100 for this watch. So I mean, the cost of all the shipping and all the repairs and stuff, he did a great job. He went above and beyond. A lot of sellers would just say, ship it back, return it. Anyway, let's open this up. I'll do a complete review of this watch as well in the future if you're curious about the brand and about some Swiss watchmaking history. Let's see. So when I shipped it back to him, I sent it in a big cardboard box, but I sent it in my Orient box here for protection. And it's nice to see he rewrapped it the way I had wrapped it, which hopefully will mean that this time the shipping process didn't damage the watch. I don't think I'm going to keep this watch for myself. I think I'm probably going to gift it. The girl I've been seeing is interested in mechanical watches, actually, and hates a lot of the women's offerings around. So I think this might be a good one for her if I can find the right strap. Or I may keep it, who knows. I like small watches. There we go. This is the box from my Orient Mako USA. Some foam. And then it's been carefully wrapped up on the pillow. Very nicely done. And here's the watch. This is a small, around 33mm, hand-winding Cortebert, I think from the late 50s or early 60s. Has a lot in common with many of the watches of this era, especially some of the vintage Omegas you can find. I was really enamored by this brand, winding beautifully. It feels way better than when I got it before, because they have a lot of watchmaking history. They're one of the brands that went defunct with the quartz crisis. I believe they had been purchased by Omega before that anyway. But at one time, I mean, they were one of the real prestige brands. Rolex was buying their movements for some of their watches in the early days. They innovated the jump hour movement that was then adopted by IWC and became very famous. Really complicated, impressive movement. And actually, if you can find the pocket watches that they made with that, they're very expensive and very rare. But this is just a simple time-only watch. You can find a lot of Corsair on the internet, pretty cheap, although many are Franken watches and many aren't in very good shape. But they're out there. This is just a nice, simple, gold-plated example. Some of them have a really nice script font, which I actually like better, but this one was in great condition, so I went with that instead. And then you'll see, I forget the name of this, and I'll talk about this more in the complete review, but they won a lot of the awards at the Grand Prix was as Observatoire. And so the, whatever you call this design, the Swiss cross in the circles, became kind of a symbol they put on their watches to, brag about their heritage and their awards that they'd won for their movement making. This is also engraved, as you can see, for something. Someone, I guess, had worked at this place, I assume, from 1956 through 1966. This individual here, and this watch was given as a gift. Quickly try it on. This is an aftermarket strap. It's not the original strap that the watch would have been on. It's a Moralato, in case you were wondering. It's very soft, very supple. If I do keep the watch, I think this strap is so thin and delicate that it makes the watch look more feminine. So I'll probably replace it, but we'll see whether I keep it or not anyway. Actually, the strap is too big for me anyway. But yeah, there you go. See if the seems to be much more stable than it was before. If I do keep this, it'll be my only gold tone, this is obviously gold plated, but gold tone watch in my collection. I mean, I know it's very small, but I have tiny wrists. I think that's actually a perfect size for me for a true dress watch. Very thin, even with that giant dome crystal. It's very thin. Hand winding, of course. The plating is in very good condition considering the age. I mean, you can see wear at the lugs, and especially on the back, but it looks pretty good. I don't know, just a really classic, clean watch. Reminds me a lot of the vintage Omegas and Longines from this era, and I liked the history behind the brand. So, I'll talk more about that, and I'll include a picture of the movement and all sorts of other stuff for the complete review. But that's my newest incoming watch, although it might not stay long in my personal watch box. And of course, my newest personal purchase was the Glycine, which I will also review shortly. So thanks for watching. Let me know what you think of these watches. Would you keep both of them? Would you keep one? And I'll do the reviews and the state of the collection soon. Oh, and as a side note, actually, since I know a lot of you guys are into other hobbies as well, I have this very cheap Chinese-made folding pocket knife. I want to upgrade, but I don't want to spend, well, two things. I don't want to spend too much on a knife. I live in an urban environment. I teach at a school, and I work in a luxury, upscale wine store. So really all I have this for is cutting boxes, string, that kind of thing. I need a small knife. You can also compare this. This is a 36 millimeter watch. I need a very small knife like this, and I want a pocket clip so I can just have it clipped to my pocket so I don't lose it. But I would like something that's just a nicer quality knife, better steel, better blade. So if you have any suggestions for a knife under $50 with a very compact size like this, I want it to be able to lock, and I want a clip on it, let me know. I'd be interested in hearing some of your suggestions and what you think. Anyway, that's all for today. Thanks for watching, as always, and I'll get back to you guys soon with some reviews.